Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long time since I last talked to you, but I have decided to come back. And today I think I will talk to you about a particularly interesting topic which is relevant to us, especially in this time and age as we are having the pandemic. I'm going to talk to you about stress. Uh, you may have heard this expression all the time with your friends, yourself, your family, your children, that they are always thinking what's going to happen tomorrow. They're always worried, and as a result of that, they cannot function properly. I will just give you a brief outline of what stress would be, and I'll, suggest ways and means of trying to reduce stress. Um, what exactly is stress? It is basically the body's reaction to any changes that require an adjustment or response. The body reacts to these changes with physical, mental, and emotional responses. It is a normal part of life. Stress is normal. Do not let anyone lie to you. You can experience stress from your environment, your body, and your thoughts. Right now, it's the environment. As you know, there's the pandemic, and there's no escaping it. We just have to live through it, and there's a way of dealing with it. And it is more beneficial than other things. It is better than even drinking alcohol, yeah, which is not a good way to deal with stress, which most people do. But regularly, you have to exercise physically. It can reduce your stress. I have to say that it is one of the way in which the body protects itself, because when the danger that threatens it, the body produces certain chemicals within your body. These are called hormones, and it prepares people for action. Um, and one of these hormones is adrenaline. What it does, it increases the tone of the muscles and preparing the person to jump into action. It raises the heart rate, so the blood flows more rapidly into throughout the body, the tissues. There is signal response that it becomes more rapid, and so that ample amount of oxygen is available to the entire body. They even increase your way of thinking. You think faster, your thoughts process faster, helping individuals, and they can even plan and think of the way they trouble. You have to know that from these physical and psychological changes are helpful when you are actually threatened by danger because you know how to react. They are not so helpful if they continue experiencing it non-stop all the time every day. And it is because it is difficult for you to remain in a state of red alert all the time. Because of that, that if you don't know how to cope with it, you will end up getting either anxious or depressed. I'm going to take you very basic get to cope with stress. It's a very simple, nothing complicated. You don't have to read it. One, you reorganize, right? Reorganize. There basically a lot of R's here. Reorganize. Basically, you organize your lifestyle and hearty habits. You have to, build up activities that will give you energy and help you, and you must have resilience. Now, the best way to reorganize is to exercise. And exercise means physical functioning. You have to do either it could be jogging, swimming, cycling, or even walking up and down in your flat or up the stairs wherever you're working. Because when you exercise and you have to do it for a minimum of 2 hours a day, you can do it either in the morning or in the evening. And what happens is when you have exercised, it helps builds your resilience. You can face any issues, yeah. And then apart from that, it helps your brain work faster because you can think faster and you can process information earlier. So remember, first thing important to do is re-exercise. Exercise. The next top is to rethink. When your mind tells you there's something stressing you, it becomes an actual stressor. So you have to sort of imagine that you'll get through it. You have to be very resilient. The point is, like I'll give you an example. When a student is there, you are terrified of failing an exam. You keep focusing. You may start saying, "Hey, like I'm not good enough." Yeah. So what you have to do is you stop focusing and staying on things that will help you. You focus on what you have, the knowledge, and you focus on how you can make it better. Okay. And then once you accept it from the stress, it becomes in perspective and acceptance, and then you have commitment therapy. You're committing yourself. I'm going to improve. I'm going to improve. So the trouble is, we all carry a lot of emotional and what do you call it, mental baggage. It comes about because of what happened in the past. Something happened back to you in early childhood, and you keep on remembering about it. No, you never look back. Just look forward positively. Yeah. When you're interested in this, then you will have this. You will value relationship. You will value yourself, and you'll keep saying, "Hey, I can do well despite the fact that I've had a failed relationship," and you completely remove any self-doubt or any negative scripts, because you remember, if we let these things become barriers, yeah, then we will be carrying this what things we value. So you don't carry this baggage. You call it baggage, okay? And it's like you're carrying a duffel bag on your back. You can never let it, or you put it away. In general, be aware of the baggage. Be aware what it is in the past, and try to see how it affects you, and do not think about it. Um, so I said, and number three, we already now talked about shrinking. The other thing is to reduce. Reduce. How do you reduce? Sometimes you're stressed because you're doing a lot of things in your life. You're working, you're walking, you're talking. You have to, do things in capacity. Don't go beyond. It reaches a certain point, you just stop. Whether it's reading a book, or if you're watching television, or you're working on your laptop, you just stop, close your eyes, yeah, sit down, yeah, and don't think anything. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and calm down. Yeah, all right. Just don't say anything. Talk to yourself, and this is a way that will sort of calm down. You can feel your breath calming down. Take long, I mean, deep breaths for at least 5 to 6 minutes, and you will let it calm down. Yeah, um, that is one way. And then what will happen is that when you're completely reducing the thoughts, yeah, that you will reach into the next stage. From reducing, you start to relax. You relax. You're completely, you know, in a state where you do not feel anything. You feel the world is like you're living in it, and you have to get through it. It's a part of life. Okay, and what happens is when you're relaxing, you can do this by either by breathing deeply, very deep, long breaths, and holding your breath, and then let it go. And you can have some mantra. Maybe you pray to God. You can do the Lord's Prayer if you're a Christian, or you're a Hindu. You can do anything. If you're a Catholic, you can use the Catholic. You can use the God Lord's Prayer. You can memorize it and keep repeating it. To say like, "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come down. Earth. Give us this their daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive us against for those who trespass against me." And you keep on repeating it every minute. You read for 5 minutes, you will sort of, it's a challenge, yeah, but you will get through it. You just have to force yourself to say it. I mean, not force yourself, say it, and you will then overcome it. You will, and you don't, you will hear yourself. When you're talking to your friends, your family, co-family members about your difficulties, you don't have to mention, don't have to tell them the stress. You just talk about being, you don't let it affect you. Don't get burnt out or don't get overwhelmed. When we hear and talk of our efforts to control the events that cause stress, and most of understand that most of the results of not controlling, what does stress cause? It can cause heart disease. It is implicated in the cause severe. There are a lot of other physical and medical conditions you can get, and hypertension. Therefore, it increases pain, and it takes more time to heal once you get stressed out. Okay, so these are the 5 things I wanted to discuss with you. Relax. One is reorganization, rethinking, relaxing, and releasing. So these are 5 things. Remember the 5 R's: R. Relax, reorganize, relax, release, and rethink. And if you do this, I can assure you that you will be able to survive, not for now, for the next couple of hours, days, weeks, and life will get better. Okay, stress is part and parcel of life. You just have to learn to accept it and you move on. I think I've said enough for today. Hopefully we shall continue next time, but you take care, and I wish you all the best in your efforts to get through this stressful period in your lives. Bye.